Greetings and welcome to the Contracting Guy. I am the Contracting Guy. As the Contracting Guy, it is my objective to provide my small business audience usable and creative information which will allow them to improve their performance in federal contracting. I have Dr. Lucas Chesla here on the line. Dr. Chesla is a retired Marine officer, a Lean Six Sigma guru, and the CEO of Value Added 616 Incorporated, an SDVOSB headquartered in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Dr. Chesla, welcome to the podcast of the Contracting Guy.
Well, thank you, Dr. Phillips. I really appreciate you having me here today, and I appreciate that warm introduction. And I've been looking forward to being on your show.
Well, thank you. Dr. Chesla, tell us about yourself and the company Value Added 616. What does Value Added 616? What is it, and what is it about, and what does Value Added 616 do?
So yeah, our niche is develop people, improve processes, and optimize supply chain. And what that looks like is we train in organizations, we help identify pain points, we increase quality, reduce time, generate revenue for organizations, and that's really important right now, especially in this post-pandemic environment. So we really use our lean assets and skill sets to help organizations come out of this pandemic alive and well.
It's interesting that you're talking about this, particularly with your involvement with the reviewing and reflecting on the coronavirus. So why should businesses, especially small businesses, be interested in you?
Now, that's a great question. The quick answer is we allow you to focus on what you're good at. So what that means is that we all went into business for one reason or another, right? We offer a unique product or service, or we all offer a unique product or service that we consider white glove. So yours is contracting. Some listeners may have invented a physical product. Others might have developed software. Well, our white glove service is saving you time and money by improving processes. So for a small business, we hear all the time that we can't afford consulting services. To that, especially right now, post-pandemic, I would appeal that you can't afford not to. So why would you want to actually work with us right now? Because we're going to help you thrive as you come out of this post-pandemic environment. That's really, at the end of the day, not just a rebound, but coming out thriving, stronger. How are you going to gain more market share? How are you going to increase your brand, your awareness? So that's why you would want to come alongside, or Value Added 616 would want to come alongside your organization.
Sort of off script for a moment. That's an interesting perspective that you bring, because you now are talking about really we've experienced over the past 4 months a lifestyle that nobody has gone through. Companies have effectively almost shuttered their doors and now are reopening, and because of that, it's the old image of almost waste, where you have when the water is high, you don't see all the problems underneath, like rocks and shoals and reefs and things like that. As the water goes down low, suddenly all of these things come up. I think that, to me, from what it sounds like, Value Added 616 would be able to help look at those times where, you're in really an austere moment. You haven't had the income that you're looking at, and now you have to address those things that you took for granted before. Those impediments that have to be eliminated, and maybe opportunities that you would look at improving upon. Was that how I heard what you said?
Absolutely. So one of the things that we like to tell folks is when we're dealing with these lean methodologies, for instance, lean isn't just a toolkit, it's a way of viewing the world. And so in this environment now, our new norm means that we have to pivot. And that being said, we have to do it in such a way where we're agile, we're flexible, we can see these issues that are happening around us. We can find the waste, eliminate the waste. How are we going to be more efficient? How are we going to work from home? So how are we going to standardize these new processes? There's a lot of things that are coming to light that weren't there before. So that's we have to expose those so that we can work through those opportunities. I don't like to call them problems. I prefer opportunities, because like you had said, there's a lot more stuff or waste now that we can see. And how are we going to deal with that? And again, that goes back to my previous statement about where do we come into play? We come into play so you can focus on your niche. Ours is identifying those opportunities, managing those opportunities, and helping organizations to overcome those difficult opportunities and make the most of them.
That seems to, one of the areas that, when looking at small businesses, is that tendency to be somewhat focused and with their blinders on, and that doesn't allow them to see the incoming that is on our peripheral areas. And it sounds that what you're describing is we help to improve your sight of where the challenges are, the opportunities are, so that we can focus your attention on what needs to be done, and then bring to light a sense of a greater understanding of the sort of the operational environment.
Absolutely. So as a small business owner myself, I can tell you that it is sometimes hard to see those peripherals coming in. They can be really hard to identify, especially in this pandemic and then post-pandemic environment. I can't see everything that's inbound. My team can't see everything that's inbound. And that's where a consultant can come in, because there are people who can specialize in certain aspects that of certain opportunities that are inbound right now. How are we going to deal with them? We have to deal with them quickly, efficiently. And if we don't deal with them, we don't want that to be the one missile that sinks our ship. So we got to be really, really careful and not think that we can take on the world ourselves. And that's hard for a small business owner.
I think that when you speak of the work that you do, then is that you really augment or supplement what they already have, and cover the areas that they perhaps aren't that's not a strength for them. So it's like, okay, we help you. It's the old BASF adage was, we don't make things, we just make things better. And I always like that one. And that sounds like what Value Added 616 does. So if we don't make it, we just make it better.
Absolutely. So another thing that we try to tell organizations is these lean concepts. You go to work every day and you think about ways to make your job more efficient and effective, and how can I add value to the organization. So the lean concepts aren't something that are new. What we really come in there is we give a process and a common language for folks, so we're all speaking the same language across the organization, and we give a process to process improvement, if you will, so that we can do this quickly, efficiently, effectively, and we do it the same way every time. It's a repeatable and reproducible system. So we teach you to trust the process, but you got to have a good process in order to trust that process.
So what should a small business expect with a partnering arrangement with Value Added 616?
So the big benefits that come along with partnering with Value Added 616 is a common language throughout the organization, a shared vision for continuous improvement, value stream maps that actually tell the customer's story, a disciplined approach to problem solving, a way to measure performance consistently, and the best part, results every single time.
Sweet, who wouldn't want that?
Amen.
So what do you do with new inquiries or customers? For instance, Value Added 616 as an offer to do some consulting. What do you do? As an initial consult.
As an initial consultation, what we do is what we are doing right here and right now. A lot of times lately we've been using the video platform just like this. If we're using WebEx, Teams, whatever it is we're going to use, we do about a 30 to 60 minute consultation. We start to talk about some of the pain points that you're experiencing. So we want to actually go and see, or what they would say in Japanese, walk the gemba, but we can do that virtually on here and kind of talk through some of the pain points. So we start to look at places where we would actually begin, and then we can start to draw up a plan. So it's the free consultation. Just like we're having a conversation here, we draw out the pain points. We start to talk about some of the possible solutions that we can provide. And we talk about tailoring it to your specific organization. But that's what you get out of that 60-minute consultation.
What do you find that people who come for a consult usually are hesitant about? What could you say something about that to say why they shouldn't be hesitant?
Right now, money. The most important thing, especially when you're dealing with small businesses, is they're going to say, well, we don't have it in the budget for that right now. And then, of course, the cliched argument on my end is you don't have the budget not to. Because you're post-pandemic, you need to save money, time, and effort. So some of the things that we do, and I'll make this public, is we will work with folks, small businesses. This isn't for you big businesses. For the small businesses, if we have to kind of hold out a little while we're waiting for the return on investment and you can start to see those savings, we're okay with holding off on our pay a little bit so we can help other small businesses emerge stronger than before.
Also, you're looking at developing stronger relationships within the small business community, as well as building the brand.
Absolutely. We're a small business. We know what that feels like. We know how it is. We know that money can be tight. So we're very sliding scale and working because we want long-term relationships with people, not one and done. We want to become alongside organizations for the long haul and make them better, more efficient, more effective, and emerge stronger than ever.
All right. Well, that's excellent. Well, then how can somebody reach you or schedule an initial meeting?
You can go and you can contact us via telephone at 616-377-4499 or www.va616.com. And there's a form on there to reach us, or look me up on LinkedIn. My name's Dr. Luke Chesla.
Well, true that. He's one of my LinkedIn buddies. Just want to point that out. So, okay, well, that's cool. Well, thank you, Dr. Chesla. Is there anything else you want to share with prospective clients?
I would. So we've done a few high-level implementations for organizations across America now. And I'm going to tell you this, it's really hard work and it's what we do for a living. You're good at what you're good at and we're good at what we're good at. Don't be afraid or ashamed or think it's, like you can't handle your job for a growing organization if you're calling on a consultant. Consultants are there to do just that, to consult, to help make you better at what you do. We supplement you. We're not trying to overtake your jobs, or you're not, you don't look at yourself any less or that you're not a great leader. Use consultants, especially right now. It is the time to let them focus, because right now, business leaders, you have to focus on all the peripherals and you're trying to. So sometimes you can't even see what's right in front of you. And it's those core processes right now that are kind of falling apart, needing to be standardized or identifying what the new norm looks like. Call a process improvement specialist in there to help out with that. It's what we do. It'll save you time. It'll save you money. It'll save you energy. And it'll get you a lot more sleep at night, I promise you.
Well, now, what an excellent response. I found that in the world of government contracting, the word consultant usually comes with a sort of a two-edged sword. There's those who help you and do great things, and then there's those who seem to have their hand in your back pocket. And I certainly do not make that assertion about value-added 616, but I do say is that telling small businesses, be mindful of who you're doing business with. Take advantage of the initial consult. Interview the consultant when you get there. Make sure that there's a good fit. If you don't like them, bolt. You got to go. But if you feel some relationship that's there, I would suggest that you continue to further develop that relationship, because it is, working with continuous improvement or government contracting or other aspect of that area, you need to have confidence in your team. And in an acquisition environment, having a good team to help reduce the costs and reduce waste is extremely important. And certainly value-added 616 brings that to the table.
I'll tell you this too. Don't fall for a smooth talker. Your gut's going to tell you when you're dealing with consultants, feel that relationship, feel that bond, and look for authentic and genuine. That is a big deal. Do not fall for the salesman tactic of being a smooth talker.
Oh my goodness. I hope I'm not smooth. I just want to point out. But with that, thank you again, Dr. Chesla and the team at Value Added 616. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes my interview with Dr. Chesla. If you need more information about Value Added 616 or contacting Dr. Chesla, please contact him at 616-377-4499. More information will be available on the screen when I put it there. Take care. This is the Contracting Guy. I'm out.
Thank you for watching The Contracting Guy. Please like, subscribe, and share the video. We'd appreciate that. This is The Contracting Guy. I'm out.